Locker room, you know how important becoming Continental Champion is. You wrestled in this tournament. You talked about that, so you know how important it is. You were talking about pacing yourself next to the world title, or probably next, right up with the world title. Becoming Continental Champion is so important.
Yeah, sorry, before you get your answer, Brian, notice that Okada did sweep out the leg of Jon Moxley, and Moxley rolled underneath the bottom rope to put some distance between himself and Okada.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that, Excalibur. But yeah, to your point, this has become such an important tournament for everybody backstage in AEW. And the Continental Classic is fast becoming the most grueling and most prestigious tournament in all of professional wrestling. And I think Mox is entering, he entered this tournament with a lot of questions. With a lot of the setbacks, the recent setbacks of Mox. Will they be viewed as a momentary setback of a historically dominant wrestler, or will they be viewed as the beginning of the end for AEW's most decorated wrestler ever? And I feel like we're going to find the answer to those questions in this match right now.
Brian, to that point, Jon Moxley is the only man to have held the AEW World Championship 4 times, as Okada once again picks the ankle, and now looking to punish the leg of Jon Moxley to split the injury, but Moxley goes to the eyes.
You see why Okada is the greatest tournament wrestler of all time. He can exploit your injuries. He knows where to go. Moxley did all he could to get out of it and did a good job. But don't think that Okada won't go back to that. And Moxley knows it.
And to your point, Tony, you know, Okada's a dangerous man himself. He's injured Kenny Omega. He injured Swerve. And those are 2 heavy hitters. Mox coming into this match. Look at that ankle pick.
Yep. Again. Going back to the leg.
Hammering down, the elbow drops, and now wrenching the toe of Jon Moxley's boot. Trying to put torque on that knee. Trying to punish the ligaments of Jon Moxley, but Okada, drop kick.
Wow.
And Moxley got strung up.
Yes, he did.
His boot got caught underneath the top rope, and his entire body weight was pulling down on that injured leg.
Now, this tournament has been phenomenal. It's probably the best tournament that I've ever seen in wrestling of all these years. And I think what makes it that way is the stars that have been in it. Like Okada and Jon Moxley, you mentioned 4-time former world champ. Okada.
DDT on the floor. And let's take another look. Watch the left leg of Moxley with the drop kick.
Underneath the rope.
That could easily tear a ligament in the ankle. And if you tear a ligament in your ankle, I mean, it's going to be hard for Jon Moxley to walk.
You can't put any weight on your leg. That really diminishes the striking ability of Jon Moxley as well. Referee Stephon Smith, give me the 10 count on the floor. Remember, this is a match. No time limit. There's a 10 count on the outside. Everyone is banned from ringside. Bigelow winner. And right now, it seems like Kazuchika Okada is in the driver's seat.
He is in the driver's seat, and it's been a gutsy performance, been a gutsy tournament by Jon Moxley, and he's going to have to reach down even further here. Look at this, because Okada just relentless, almost like he's stalking him here, Brian.
Yeah, he is stalking him.
Just a kick to the top of the knee, and Moxley retreats to the relative safety of the ring. But Brian, we talked about the beginning of the leg issues for Jon Moxley. It was the ankle lock from Kyle O'Reilly that began it, but just because it says ankle lock in the name doesn't mean it doesn't affect the entire leg of Moxley.
That's a great point, Excalibur. You know, the ankle lock, also in catch wrestling known as a toe hold, depends on how you apply it. Can also impact the knee all the way up to the hip.
Jon Moxley, those elbow strikes usually so reliable, but he can't generate as much power as he normally does, and Okada was able to shrug those off.
Yeah, there's another thing too. Moxley, who's had problems with that ankle for a long time, has been able to, look at this, has been able to rebound because he's had a rest a couple of days between matches. He wrestled, what, an hour and a half ago? This is different for him.
I'm sure that hour and a half was filled with plenty of ice on that knee, but that can only go so far. That can only deal with that swelling that I'm sure Moxley is enduring. Moxley, the headbutt. Finally, Okada relinquishes the hold.
That was the only way I think Mox could figure out how to get out of that hold. That was a variation of a figure 4 leg lock. Okada has a lot of lucha-style submission holds that especially affect the ankle and the leg.
Kazuchika Okada began his professional wrestling career. Oh, DDT again, this time in the ring. Okada actually began his career in Mexico. That's why he has such a heavy influence. Heavy influence of Lucha Libre, and that's what I think makes Okada so dangerous, Brian, is he's got so many different tools to draw on that you might not be prepared for.
So many different tools and so many different strategies. I mean, we've seen even in this match, he did the DDT on the floor, we just saw him do the DDT in the ring, and he's also attacking the leg. And look here, he's going after the head again.
Yeah, Jon Moxley had absolutely no defense for that. He couldn't cover up. He could see it coming, nothing he could do.
This has been the best Continental Classic by far, but right now, this is as close to a lopsided match we've had in any of the 3 years of the tournament, Tony.
Yeah, it really is. And you know what? This Continental Classic, it makes the year end for AEW so great. You know, around the holiday times that we're going to have the greatest tournament ever.
Back elbow caught Moxley firmly on the jaw.
Moxley went down the heat that time. Watch out.
Okada over the top of the senton. There's that Lucha Libre influence, Brian.
Also, what you saw Okada do there is change up the pace. He's been wrestling a very methodical match, which I think is smart because Jon Moxley can surprise you with a lot of different things. We've seen him use the cutter out of nowhere. We've seen him get submissions out of nowhere. And Okada's wrestling a very methodical pace, and then all of a sudden he picks up the pace right there.
Okada.
Well, for that neck breaker, there's no doubt.
Finds it. Moxley in trouble here. Okada has a lot of options. Elects to cover. 2.
And unlike in the Takeshita match, you see Okada putting pressure on both of Mox's shoulders, forcing Mox to make effort to kick out. He knows that Mox is weary. He knows that Mox has gone through hell tonight already.
The more energy Kazuchika Okada can force Jon Moxley to expend, the better the chances Okada has of repeating.
You could see that on a camera shot before he connected with the elbow that Moxley had no defense at all for that elbow drop.
I'm not sure if you guys agree, but I haven't seen anybody be this dominant in a Continental Classic match this entire tournament.
In any of the Continental Classic matches, this has just been a drubbing. But Jon Moxley on the grip on the finger of Okada and wrenching at the hand of the Rainmaker.
They gotta dig down deep.
Oh, Okada looking for Rainmaker.
Connects with the lariat, but Moxley couldn't stay on his feet after dropping Okada down. Again, just very surreal to hear these fans in this building in particular chanting Jon Moxley's name. I'm sure, Brian, some very mixed feelings for you.
Very mixed feelings. This is the same building where he put a plastic bag around my head, so.
Figure 4 leg lock is being delivered by, or being applied by Jon Moxley on Kazuchika Okada.
And thus the left ankle by Moxley is not a part of this figure 4. It's a left leg over the right foot.
I question the strategy here of Jon Moxley. That's not something that I would normally do, because if Okada can reverse this will really damage Jon Moxley's ankle.
Yeah, that's a great point. And that's what he's trying to do, Brian.
That's what he's trying to do.
Well,
trying to reverse it or trying to maneuver to the ropes to force the break.
I think the latter, yeah.
The way Okada using Those long arms to make it to the ropes. Jon Moxley relinquishes the hold. Not eagerly, but he had to.
That's all Moxley can do to stagger to his feet, but that does not stop him from fighting.
Moxley trying to psych himself up, Tron. Oh, wait, Okada.
There he goes again.
Dragon screw. Attacking the ligaments in the knee.
And Okada wrestled so many matches. Look at that, another dragon screw, a grounded dragon screw. Okada wrestled so many matches against Hiroshi Tanahashi, who is a master of the dragon screw. And then now turning Moxley over with the Texas Cloverleaf. This is a great strategy from Okada.
The Cloverleaf attacking the knees of Jon Moxley.
Look at Moxley's left arm. Reaching, flexing. I don't know, he was reaching for something. I thought he tried to grab Okada, but now he's without it. Reach for Okada.
I think the only saving grace for Jon Moxley is that Okada has not fully set back. And that allowed Moxley to post up on his elbows to make that army crawl for the ropes and force the break.
Agreed. I mean, how many people have we seen Dean Malenko tap out with the Texas Cloverleaf?
Countless.
It's a very painful hold at the best of times, let alone when you have an ankle injury already.
John, you referenced Tanahashi. He used that Texas Cloverleaf as well to great effect. Okada carrying it forward. Now, just battering Moxley in the corner.
Moxley just tried to shove him off, but the great tournament. Look at this all the time. Moxley, where does he get this from? Just down deep.
Defiance from Moxley, but a flurry of offense from Okada. He's now in the hammer throw, reversed by Moxley. Okada sent into the corner. Moxley on the move. Okada. Moxley out to center. Moxley finds his feet.
Gonna get him up with that bad leg. Well, he did.
Moxley links through. Style pile driver. Is this the opening Moxley needed? He makes the cover. The leg is hooked to. Okada fires that left shoulder up.
Now the Bulldog show.
He's trying to put him out the way he put out Kyle Fletcher.
Here going for the Bulldog choke, but you see Okada smart. He's using his hand to create a little bit of space between Moxley's elbow
Yes.
and Okada's neck. And now there's space.
Okada up to his feet, but Moxley still, the arms wrapped around the neck of the ring. Oh wait, Okada. His hands dropped. Moxley.
Oh, Jon Moxley looking for everything and shift.
The ring.
Oh, God. Oh, the low blow.
He didn't see it. And maybe for the second time tonight, Okada has stolen a victory.
He's going for the Rainmaker now.
The Rainmaker.
Okada, 1, 2, 3,
Great Rainmaker, not a great cover. I think Okada may have been a little bit overconfident there, Brian.
I think so. I mean, not many people have kicked out of the Rainmaker. And especially after Okada kicked Jon Moxley low, he must have thought for sure that was going to be it.
Okada, in a second. I looked over to our announce desk and just picked up the Continental Championship title belt.
Okada's got to be very careful not to get disqualified.
That's right.
I will disqualify you. I will disqualify you.
Red-handed. Moxley turns it around on Okada. Moxley, spot.
Okada's got to be very careful not to get disqualified.
That's right. That would give the title to Jon Moxley.
Stephon Smith caught Okada red-handed.
Low blow.
Turns it around on Okada. Moxley smiling, broken tooth and all. He knows he got away with something there. Has the balance of power in this match shifted in the favor of Jon Moxley.
To me, we haven't gotten quite to that point. We can still see the damage on Jon Moxley's leg. He's struggling to get to his feet.
Moxley up. He's vertical. Okada following closely behind. You see Okada still clutching himself, shall we say.
What a way to end this tournament. My God. Two of the greats.
Moxley just drew a line in the sand, challenged Okada to hit him. And I don't think this is a battle Okada wants to be in right now.
Well, that one spun Okada around. That first blow by Moxley did.
Remember, we've seen in these exchanges before, Okada will change levels. He will draw Moxley into an upper body striking match, and then the kick to the knee takes Moxley off of his feet.
Okada's definitely not afraid to use feints and to draw somebody into this type of battle.
See how Moxley bouncing up and down on his feet? That's amazing. He can shut out the pain and stand on his feet.
I mean, what we're talking about is what Moxley was talking about backstage. To him, this is a hill worth dying on, and Okada's going to have to kill him. That's how much the Continental Classic means to Jon Moxley. Look at that drop kick. But Jon Moxley stands right back up.
Moxley charges in. Okada, backslide. Moxley rolls through. Okada.
Another Rainmaker.
Holding on.
One was not enough to put Moxley down. Okada wants to make a
Okada
finishing of
with
it,
the
but
third Rainmaker. Parenting himself.
But Moxley slow to capitalize. Makes the crawl. Cover. Two. Okada
And now
able
the
to kick out, but
Bulldog
Moxley
choke.
back
The
on attack
Bulldog
with the
choke
submission.
locked in.
And once again, Brian, you see the left hand of Okada.
And Moxley just changed over to the right arm. So Okada trying to pull down on that forearm of Moxley.
And you see Moxley constantly changing grips, adjusting as Okada's trying to move.
Oh, wow. What an escape that was.
Rainmaker.
Okada with
Moxley
the third
underneath.
Rainmaker. Rainmaker by Moxley.
And that one caught Okada flush underneath the chin. Moxley the
Another parenting himself.
again. He's having trouble covering with urgency. Oh,
He shot up in the air.
You usually don't see that from Okada.
Stomped by Moxley.
he's driven into the mat. Moxley digging deep. The adrenaline undoubtedly surging through his body.
The Death Rider. Yes!